This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has ordered the allocation of 52 houses completed in Barsha One South for low-income Emirati nationals, widows and divorcees, which are registered for the second phase of the 228 residential unit project at the Mohammed bin Rashid Housing Establishment. The CEO of the Mohammed bin Rashid Housing Establishment, Sami Gargash, affirmed that the establishment's decision to swiftly carry out His Highness's order to help Emiratis is being carried out. The Barsha One South residential project consists of 1,240 residential units divided into 6 areas. Phase 1 of the project allocates 206 houses for Emiratis at a total cost of 237 million dirhams, covering an area of 26.37 hectares, while Phase 2 of the project will allocate 228 houses at a total cost of 272 million dirhams, occupying an area of 29.23 hectares. The space industry is seeing double-digit growth annually, according to the Space Foundation. In the region, experts at the 4th Global Space and Satellite Forum in Abu Dhabi say related activities are increasing at a rapid rate, especially between the UAE and Saudi Arabia. Addressing a delegation of top-ranking officials and regional leaders, His Highness Prince Dr. Turki Saud Mohammed Al Saud, the Vice President for Research Institute in the King Abdulaziz City for Science and Technology, says the region is poised to become one of the major players in the space industry. The massive investments and programs in the UAE, such as Dubai Sat 1 and 2, as well as Yasat's commercial and military capabilities, and Saudi Arabia's heavy investment into science, technology and innovation, are testament to its contribution at present and keen interests in the future. However, there are challenges that need to be addressed for it to be sustainable.
The first one is building the human capital in a sustainable way. And the second is we have to have a local commercial demand and commitment that support the industry. The SatNet program we have is a program that it's a KA service we have acquired through King Abdulaziz City for Science Technology, acquired all the capacity, the KA capacity of Arabsat 5C. And we are currently working on providing this service throughout the kingdom. And we will certainly expand into this. We're working later on to even have our own satellites like Yasat program.
The first International Code of Conduct for Space Environment and Technology will be discussed in the Ukraine this year, according to Frank Rose, the Deputy Secretary of Space and Defence Affairs in the US. And the 2-day event in Abu Dhabi is an important platform in creating the necessary cooperation, as well as the exchange of information and best practices in the space industry, especially for new entrants. SpaceX, a US-based company, recognises the huge potential in the region, while Arianespace is keen on promoting their environment-friendly products after deploying almost 19 telecommunications satellites in the past 3 decades in the Middle East region.
If you take Ariane 5, which is the big rocket here, it is cryogenic technology, which means that you use hydrogen and liquid oxygen. So the only thing remaining after a launch is water. So when you launch with Ariane 5, you have water afterwards. The smoke is smoke of water. So for environment, which is an important topic for us, from the European spaceport, which is located in French Guiana, we monitor very carefully all the consequences of every launch, and we try to understand what are the impacts on the nature, on our environment.
SpaceX brings a new design, a design that has been made to carry safely people to space, and we're also coming with a cost that is very attractive because we're using modern technology. So especially for the UAE, which has so many programs, you have Turaya, you have Yasat, you have EAST in Dubai, very successful program. You also have the UAE Armed Force. All those people want to launch a lot of satellites, and they're looking at cost.
The Dubai municipality is warning bachelors to stay out of family-orientated, non-freehold suburbs as they are on a civic crackdown across the emirate off the back of a number of complaints. Yusuf Abdullah Al-Mazouki, the acting director of the Buildings Department at Dubai Municipality, was quoted as saying that the inspections are aimed at all bachelors living in residential family areas, and they are looking to prevent the sharing of family accommodation. However, they are trying not to target bachelors who live alone. He added that sharing poses health and safety risks, such as hygiene and fire hazards. Should anyone be caught, both the tenant and the landlord will be notified and given a deadline to evacuate. And fines can be between 1,000 and 50,000 dirhams. They added that they are currently targeting Emirati neighbourhoods and older areas of Dubai. However, the law does not apply to an Emirati bachelor who owns a property. 3/4 of roadworks have been completed along the Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road in Dubai. That's according to the Ministry of Public Works. At a total cost of 850 million dirhams, the development work has included building 3 new bridges and adding new lanes to accommodate increasing traffic flow. Officials were quoted as saying that the third and final phase is expected to be finished at the beginning of 2014, which will see boosting the number of lanes to 5 in each direction, adding new pavement layers, developing the National Paints roundabout, and building 3 new bridges. 30% of 6 to 18-year-olds are either obese or overweight. That's according to the latest statistics from the Health Authority Abu Dhabi. Studies conducted by the cardiology department at the Saif bin Gubash Hospital in Ras Al Khaimah also show that UAE school children are 1.8 times more obese than those in the US. Although the results remain a challenge, the Health Authority Abu Dhabi said its school-based Eat Right, Get Active programme that was brought in 2011 is achieving results across 60 schools. It teaches children how to learn healthy behaviours early on in both healthy eating and in physical activities. So far, the percentage of schools offering at least 3 physical exercise classes of 40 minutes per week rose from 33% to 60%, and the percentage of schools offering sports programmes after school hours rose from 26% to 46%. And finally, looking to other news now, visual arts are fast becoming a medium of expression, especially among those with special needs. Following the success of last year's conversations at Al Circle Avenue, Manzil's young artists are back with new masterpieces. 22 artworks under the theme of happiness went to a silent auction at a minimum bid of 5,500 dirhams on Monday night. The masterpieces were created by some of the most talented 40 youngsters under the care of Manzil Centre for Individuals with Special Needs. Among them is 13-year-old Fuad Mahmoud, who shared his thoughts and artistic prowess in an acrylic painting titled Hyena, Fight for Survival and Stalactites, where he says he is watching people living in a happy cave from the outside, that everyone wants to escape because they don't see happiness pouring on them. Meanwhile, Syed Saad's acrylic piece talks about fighting, hurt and tears of people who are misunderstood. There is another proud moment for Manzil, according to its director, Aisha Saeed Husseini, as it opens up interesting conversations. Volunteer host for the event and Dubai-based television presenter, Andrea Zoea, says it speaks volumes.
There are so many beautiful things. For example, if you see one of the art works here done by Muhammad, who's only a 7-year-old, and it's a very simple thing. You know, the techniques that are used are extremely simple. So he had his crayons and his art and his paints, which was there. And then when I asked him what it was, he says it's happy rain. And what the message that he wanted to give to people is that they can get rid of that umbrella the safety nets have to be thrown off, and only then can you soak yourself in happiness. And sometimes as adults, we forget to do that.
The painting behind me is the second one that she did, where she put yellow. And that is because after the first exhibition, she became more confident. And now she chose yellow and she painted a window, which Aisha, the director of the school, explained to me in short that it means that she's more open to the world. And I think I've learned a lot by meeting her. And again, I'm extremely happy to be here tonight.
Manzil also collaborated with students to produce the book called A Beautiful Gift, illustrated by 7-year-old Amani Husseini. The book and jewellery that the children and Manzil created also went on sale and proved to be popular among the guests. Until now, organisers say they surpassed their initial target of 200,000 dirhams. Bids for the artworks and photographs, a collaboration between the children and photographer Samar Jodha, continue to pour in from walk-in guests, as well as art collectors from as far away as Lebanon and New York. Donations are also pouring in and more is expected, as the art exhibit will continue until the 23rd of May.
I would like to actually point out that these are students between 6 and 26 years of age. And for me, the most important part, I think, most exciting this year is because it's our second year. So to see the children become artists has been the most exciting part of all.